inning, a couple of really bad blown calls by the umpires. First, Ian Kinsler clearly safe at second base on a steal call, but he's called out. And on the great play by McLeod, throwing out Diner Navarro at home plate, Russell Martin making a great tag there. But you see on the replays there, Navarro was in under the tag. What did you take away from that, seeing those two blown calls in that inning by the umps?
I mean, what I took away from that, again, obviously, baseball, Jason, is, those bang-bang plays. I mean, those weren't, obvious, So, I mean, those are tough ones for an umpire, and those tough plays to make like that. So, I can't sit there and say, man, that was horrendous. But when you see all the different angles, as we all know that they're capable of now, they clearly showed that there was the wrong call. But I went all for being that long of a game, and it looked like, remember, fellas, I mean, this game was flying by. We were into the sixth inning, and hardly had any offense, and pitchers were just blowing guys away, and it looked like it was going to be, a 1-0 game or something like that. But, lo and behold, a 15-inning game.
Chris started joining us here on All Night live after the All-Star Game of the American League, winning 4-3. Oh, you mentioned the pitching, and I've done the math here. I believe I have combined the American and National League were 3 for 27 with runners in scoring position. And the one thing that jumps out to me watching this game is how many of these great pitchers we see throw non-fastballs and fastball counts, and even great hitters expecting fastballs to come, and these guys having great stuff. And just throwing the unexpected pitch. Does that jump out to you as a former major leaguer?
It does jump out, but I will say that even though we've had a lot of pitchers crossing over, because one thing I'm noticing in the game and taking, and taking note of and analyzing is how many guys face who and how often, in the crossovers. You know what I mean? And even the guys that were late in the game there, and you think about it, a Dan Ugla or something like that, might have faced. I was thinking of Carlos Quentin when he was up there, against Carlos Marmol. But how many opportunities did he really have? Into the big leagues, a couple of 3 years, so he hadn't really seen it that many times. So the advantage always goes to the pitcher, and the smart catcher, which we saw several in this game, will look for that backwards kind of thinking of pitching and go away from the fastball, especially as many good breaking ball pitchers that we had in this game. You feel more comfortable than a lesser, middle reliever in a regular season game that you're not going to feel that comfortable throwing that type of pitch in a pinch with a man on second, bases loaded, man on third. So I think it's a great point that you make. But the converse side of it is that, man, you got guys that got some great stuff. I'm going to go against the grain here and trust that these guys are going to throw the breaking pitches for strike.
He's ESPN Baseball Night Analyst Orestes Estrada. You can hear him on Sports Nation Monday through Friday right here on ESPN Radio. From New York City. Thanks a bunch for stopping by. We'll talk to you soon.
Man, it was a long one, but a great show at a great stadium.
It's not over yet either at all.
No, is it still going?
No, I just spent the night.
Yeah, that's over for me, buddy.
Yeah.
Sure. See what happens when you wind up leaving the major leagues, Ryan. I'm going to go out party till 4 in the morning. Bars are open till 4. No, it's like, I'm done. I'm going home. I'm tired.
I just can't imagine how many guys are out there checking their watches. Going, okay, seriously, this is but I had plans. I bet you that's why a lot of guys left. But
have to be at the big All-Star party, and I can't believe I'm not there right now.
Right, because non-baseball people were already there. They didn't care. They left the 5th inning.
It's All Night with Jason Smith on ESPN Radio, along with me, Ryan Russillo. We'll have more on the All-Star Game coming up. Email is allnight@espnradio.com. But coming up next, a very special visit from Bob Valvano as we set up all the big V Foundation auction for later on Wednesday morning on ESPN Radio. Bobby V will talk about Jim Valvano, the big speech that Jimmy V gave in the 1993 ESPY Awards that still brings chills every time you see it or listen to it on the radio. Bobby V is coming up next. I'm Jason Smith. He's Ryan Russillo. You're listening to ESPN Radio. Here is Jay Reynolds for the Sports Center Update.